I know. It's been a while since I've done Warhammer related content. I'm sorry. I wanted to get a PC. I got a PC, thanks to you guys. And then I wanted to play Dawn of War 2. So then I try to play Dawn of War 2. I buy it, I buy all the things that's attached to it. Come to find out, it can't launch on my PC. Apparently the components of my PC are too advanced and I have to do something for it not to crash. And I have no idea how to do that. So now we're here. I was trying to do something different in terms of Space Marines and Warhammer content, and I'm back at doing reactions. So we are here today reacting to Warhammer's Beginner's Battle Report, which is basically tabletop for beginners. And this video is going to show how you would play tabletop, because I am kind of interested in tabletop, and I want to know how you would play it, how it would go about. So that's what we're here today, learning about tabletop. If anybody knows how to fix Dawn of War issues, because I've spent days trying to figure out how to play Dawn of War 2. If anybody knows how to fix it, please comment below, because I would love to try Dawn of War 2 for Warhammer content for you guys. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. If you like the video, leave a like. But I want to stop yapping and explaining myself, and let's just get into the video. I hope you enjoy.
Hey guys, Space Marine Nick here. No. Hey guys, Nick here, and I've got Space Marine Steve beside me in the studio, and today, as a culmination of the end of our Beginner's Step to 40K series, we are walking our two newbies through their very first game of 40K.
This is a big day.
Big day.
It's a big day.
I think Rebecca has this.
I think Rahul is in my corner.
Both of them have chosen their army, they've prepped for this day, and now we get to go.
Oh, wait, go back.
I think Rebecca has this.
I think Rahul is in my corner.
Both of them have
Okay, we got Ultramarines, Tyranids.
They prepped for this day.
It says it right there in the title. I swear to God, I didn't see that.
Of playing their very first game of 40K, and you get to come along. If this is your first foray into 40K, this is the perfect place to be, and you can follow along too.
Look at these models, man. They would look really good.
And you can follow along too.
That looks really fucking good. Holy crap. I looked up how much these damn models cost. They're not cheap. They are not cheap. I would definitely, not even probably. I'm not gonna lie. If the opportunity showed itself within, if anybody in my area was playing it or near me was playing it, and I had the models, I would definitely try it. I'm never gonna say no to try something new.
Today's game of Ultramarines
and this seems like fun.
Both armies are from the combat patrol boxes for each army. A great place to start if you're looking to get into 40K yourself. The Ultramarines are being piloted by Rahul Ultramarine.
So my name's Rahul Coley, and I'm here today to learn how to play Warhammer. I'm super excited.
He plays as a character in Warhammer, if I remember correctly.
I'm ready to surrender over to Steve and see where this takes me. Let's get to it.
He's an actor, I know that for sure, but I know he played
Phobos armor with 2 squads of infiltrators.
He played as a character.
Space Marines. A squad of suppressors, which are fast-moving, flying heavy weapons. A squad of eliminators, which is a basic sniper type unit, and an impulsor, a light transport vehicle. To those
how much does that cost? How much does that cost right there, man? How much is that in total?
40K, you might notice that this isn't actually an impulsor model. It's the same kit, however...
As it turns out, and this is not embarrassing, but we thought we had an impulsor, but we don't. Nick thought we had one, and Tack's like, no, why would you think that? That was an hour ago. There was not enough time to paint an impulsor. But this is the same size and same color and same chassis. It doesn't have all these impressive guns on it, but so we're going to use this Gladiator over here as a proxy for the Impulsor.
Ultramarines as a faction are the epitome of the jack of all trades. They've got a little bit of everything. Expect them to take a punch and punch back. They're a bit of an elite army, so they have less models than their opponent. It will definitely be a challenge to hold off the swarms of Tyranids coming after them.
Also, I completely forgot about this when I was doing my intro. We are reacting to a channel called Play on Tabletop. If you want to show support, go ahead and show support. I just want to put that out there, just to give them credit that just to give the person that I'm watching credit. Just want to put that out there.
Hey, it's me, Rebecca, and I'm here to play and learn 40K.
Rebecca, of course, is piloting the Tyranids. In Rebecca's combat patrol, she has 3 squads of 10 termagants. It's a swarm type unit with short range guns. A trio of Tyranid warriors.
I remember those
type
from
of
the
elite
game.
Tyranid that is
Those
able to do damage in
bastards.
both close combat and have long-range guns. In strategic reserves to come in later in the game, she has a squad of Rippers, little swarms of bugs that don't do much damage but are great for holding onto objectives.
Do these all come in one set?
And finally, the Winged Hive Tyrant. This monster is extremely powerful and an absolute menace.
I would want to buy that just to have it. That looks dope.
Oh, and it can fly.
Of course it
Expect
can.
the Tyrant to fly all over the board and cause carnage.
I'm really excited to meet and play against Rahul. I believe he's also sort of new to the 40K. I'm really excited to play the game today and see who gets to win.
I would love to play
Today's
this. I'm not
mission
gonna
is
lie,
quite
just to try
simplified.
it.
Objective control. Each player scores points based on how many objective markers they hold. Objectives are these points on the map. Players will score 5 points for holding one objective, 5 points for holding two, and score an additional 5 points if they hold more than their opponent.
Hold on, wait. Primary mission capture holds. Okay. Control one object. All right. Okay. All right. I just want to.
Normally, there
okay.
are also secondary objectives for each player, but because this is their first game, we're keeping things simple. To further keep things straightforward for their first game, we're also not using some of the more complicated rules, such as enhancements like relics and warlord traits and faction-specific abilities that can really customize your army, but can also be overwhelming for new players.
Yeah, I was about to-
Likewise, we will only be using stratagems from the core rulebook. Stratagems are powerful abilities that players can use to do stuff like reroll dice or fight at a turn, but an army can literally have access to dozens of different kinds, all with very specific types of bonuses. So let's put those aside for now to keep things straightforward. If you are planning your first games of 40K, we highly suggest starting out like this. Start basic and add complexity as you go along. The battlefield is ready, both armies are already deployed, and the players look raring and ready to go.
Look at the dice over there. Jesus Christ. I was going to say that this looks a little bit complicated when he talked about the rule book. That rule book had a lot of rules to it. But then he said just start off basic and work your way up, which I can rock
Let's
with.
get to playing.
It is time for you to roll off to see who goes first. Person who rolls the highest goes first.
Monopoly.
See, I told you, you will go first. I always roll low.
Good luck.
game.
Good game.
Raul's a great actor, by the way.
A quick shout out to our
He
sponsor,
said
Wayland.
GG's as the kids say.
Wayland is a premier
Skip!
supplier. All right, so you're coming to your first turn, trying to figure out what to do, right? So my suggestion, make sure you get on objectives, because beginning of your next turn, whatever objective markers you are on, you will score points for.
Okay.
Points win you games. You've got one objective close here, you've got one objective close here. Focus on those two. Make sure you have at least one unit on each one. Team Bugs.
Team Bugs. So as part of my command phase, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use my Winged Hive Tyrant to tell this unit of Termagants to roll better. If I get any ones, I get to re-roll a 1 on the attack.
Can they tell me that too?
No. And now I'm going to move.
One by one, choose a unit, move it up to its movement value. You can also choose to advance if you want to. Advance, add a d6 to the movement.
Okay, so I'm going to choose this unit first, and they are going to move 6 inches up, not touching.
You might consider touching in this instance. They're not going to be shooting from this way, are they? And if you touch it, you have a better...
So she didn't need to roll to move him? She just said that he just said pick a unit and show where to go. So she didn't need to roll to move him. I'm thinking you got to roll to move.
save. You'll be more likely to survive.
So they will move up and be touching.
You are not currently holding that objective though.
No.
Do you want to try to advance to put some guys closer? If you advance, you have a penalty to your shooting. If you advance high enough,
roll a d6, you can move an additional amount based on the result of the dice. Okay.
You might actually get in range of things and be in range of the objective.
Yes. So I'm going to advance that unit.
Okay.
I got a 3. So I can move another 3 inches.
Oh, okay. So you moving 3 inches.
So they're going to move.
I'm used to Monopoly. You moving like I'm used to Monopoly where you roll and you roll 3 times, you move 3 times, but there's no like box to move. So okay, so 3 inches makes sense. Okay. So when she rolled, and then she can move them. That's why she was measuring. Oh, okay.
Through the wall. So we're going to get them all in here. In here to start with. And then they will advance. So I'm going to advance this unit again. Come on, 6. Ooh.
Is that one?
That's a 1.
In this instance, if you would like, you can use a command point and do a stratagem. Each of you starts with 3 command points. At the beginning of each round, you'll actually get another 1. So both of you actually have 4 command points right now. Ooh. Take a dice put it off to the side of the board to keep track of how many command points you have. As you spend them, you will get another one at the beginning of each command phase. These are spent on things called stratagems. The most common one
Like
is called
Helldivers.
command reroll. It means you can reroll one dice of most kinds of rolls. In this case, rerolling an advance roll, if you want to move up closer to try to get some more shots, not a bad idea, but you have to keep in mind, you only have that many command points and it's hard to get them back.
I am going to spend 1 command point to reroll.
Because she wanted a better
2,
roll.
1 better.
She wanted to reroll because she had that one.
And this pile of termagants is going to come through. And now this guy, who's got 16 range of movement. Nick, should I be putting him like on the side of the building?
Well, what's your plan with them? You want to try to charge those infiltrators?
Yeah.
You won't be able to charge through the wall because you're a monster. So putting him here makes more sense so you can go around here.
Let's put him out frontier. Psychic phase. This guy, I'm gonna do the Psychic Scream ability on my Hive Tyrant.
Okay.
I need to roll a 5 or better to activate it. And so that activated, what it means is I can roll 1 dice. It's a D3. I have to select the closest unit that's within 18 inches of the Hive Tyrant, which is going to be this guy.
Jesus Christ, she's speaking a foreign language. She said D3. Okay, on a normal die, rolling 1 or 2 equals 1, 3, or, okay. Rolling 3 or 4 equals, okay. Okay,
I'm gonna roll my
all
dice and
right.
see how much damage I do to them. 2. So 1. So that does 1 mortal wound.
Normally, you try to get to save against a wound with
Yeah.
your armor or an invuln or a shield or something like that. These guys have no save against mortal wounds. Mortal wounds goes right through any of that,
Yeah.
and you just lose damage. You just take damage. In this case, you take 1 damage. However, each of these guys has 2 wounds. So you choose one of these guys to take 1 wound.
Right.
This guy here without the helmet is your sergeant of the squad. If he dies, the unit is slightly worse in their leadership.
So I just indicate 1
You got 1 wound remaining on that
wound
guy.
remaining.
Okay,
cool.
okay, I get that.
2 psychic abilities. So the second one that I'm going to do is Smite. I have to roll 2 dice to see if I get 5 or more. And if I do, I got 6. So Smite, I'm gonna roll 1 dice again. It's the same thing.
D3 mortal wounds.
D3 mortal wound. 2, so 1 mortal wound again.
You have to take it on the same guy that's taken damage, so that guy just dies.
Damn,
I move on
okay.
to the shooting phase. So my termagants are going to shoot into these units here, and I have 10 of them.
They normally would
I get
hit
it now,
on
I get it, I
fours.
get it.
However, because you advanced them, it's gonna be -1 to the dice roll.
Okay, so we're gonna remove these 4 hit. So my flesh bore strength is 5.
So these dice have to be above 3.
What it takes to wound an enemy depends on 2 characteristics. You would compare the attacking unit's strength versus the defending unit's toughness. If the 2 values are the same, then you successfully wound on a 4 or higher. If the attacking unit's strength is higher, you wound on a 3. If the strength is double the toughness of the defenders, then you wound on a 2 or higher. The reverse happens if the defender's toughness is higher than the attacker's strength. So if toughness is higher than the strength, successful wounds are on a 5 or more. And if it's double, you can only wound on a roll of a 6.
Oh, okay, I got
One
it.
of them does not.
The dice determine a lot of things I see.
Okay, so this is the save. Oh, I rolled a 1.
Dude, it's such a good roll.
Yeah.
Better than what I can do.
They only do 1 damage, so since only 1 dice made it, yeah, you only take the 1
Yeah.
wound.
This is one of those, like, it's still good moments. It's fine.
Sure.
It's still good. It's still good.
Okay, so my warrior here with his venom gun is going to shoot up at your guys up there. So assault D3. So I'm rolling to see how many dice I get to roll. 1.
So 1 shot came out,
Gosh.
and now you roll full your hit.
2.
I would re-roll this. I think Steve probably would not.
Yeah.
Steve?
Don't do it.
Steve?
Steve says don't do it. I say go for it,
All right,
that's up to you.
Gosh, I hope I don't roll a 1 or a 2 again. So I'm gonna re-roll 5.
5, there you go.
Thank goodness. So I gotta roll a 2 to wound you. 6.
And 4 up to save, and it's only 1 dice, right?
dice.
Yeah. Okay.
Pick it up and go for it.
4.
Told you. I told you too. Not worth it.
It wasn't worth it.
Wasn't worth it.
It could have been.
I would have, honestly, I would have gone for it.
So then I just have these guys who aren't in range or sight of seeing or shooting anybody. So I think my shooting phase is done. And that is the end of my turn.
Oh,
So things
I was about to say, when the hell does he get a turn? Because I was like 12 minutes, not even 12 minutes. I was like 10 minutes of her playing, and he didn't even do anything. So every person has their window of turns, and they do a lot of things within that turn. And then now he has his turn of doing some stuff. And so now they were determining how many times he rolls the dice. Is that what they were doing? I'm trying about. I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions. I'm trying to figure it out on the fly.
Be in control of this one, and in control of this one if possible.
Because she already has. Hold on. She already has one objective. She already has one objective already controlled. He said that the whole objective is to hold down an objective. Now he's telling him you need to control these two in order to do something.
This one, and in control of this one if possible, or have killed all of them.
Yeah.
Because what we don't want is we don't want to pass the turn to her and have her be one controlling 2 objectives and more than we are. Because if she does that, she gets 15 points, and then we are really behind the 8 ball.
That makes
Command
sense.
phase first. What do we have? What options do we have?
Gaining a command point, and that's that.
So these ain't
That's
gonna
that.
move. That's not gonna move. Doesn't need to. That's not gonna move. Lieutenant. It can move what? 6 inches?
I remember you're -2 going through that crater.
-2. It's 6 inches from the base. That puts it
-2
there.
going
it
through
can
the
move
crater.
There, but it's 2 inches. So if I-
Craters make any unit that can't fly have -2 movement distance applied to it. Makes sense.
put them here, that should still be 3 inches off this guy. So that's my first move, is to capture that one. My second move is for these guys. Is this a 6 inch as well? 6 inches for them. So let's take this now. Question, does it matter about this cover and how it moves through it, or I can just place them around it?
That one you measure around.
So when you first start your round, you get an automatic 6 inches of movement. I had to finish that off because it was almost about to be a pause. But you automatically get 6 inches of movement. So he was about to move the people by the crater, but he said, no, I'm not gonna do the crater because the crater is -2 movement. So he decided to move one of the Space Marines over there. And now he's wondering that. That's what I'm gathering right now.
So if I put him there, that's the most furthest 6 inches, right? So that's cool, and then everyone else can just bundle in around that.
Absolutely.
Cool.
So he's picked the squadron. The squadron moves 6 inches. Got you. I thought he was moving one person. I forgot he said you can pick a squadron. And I'm assuming if you have like the tank or one of these big things right here, they move on their own because they themselves are like they're a thing themselves. A squadron's a squadron. He's a thing himself. Just like the squadron up here that is sniping. I'm assuming they don't move. And then the dice right there tells me that one has damage taken to it already. So I'm kind of getting it.
3 inches of that objective there?
He is.
Okay, excellent. Perfect.
Nothing else needs to move because nothing else can really move.
I would get the
Tank?
impulsor up a little bit closer, yeah.
Oh, all right. And how much can this move?
14.
If we move
14
this
what?
12 inches, right? So can I move him,
14
if I move
inches?
him here, which is under 14 inches? Yeah, so I'm going to make that
Bet
move.
those. Okay, I get
Now,
it.
we got no psych, so we go into shoot. We'll start with, all right, so my infiltrators are going to shoot these guys. Hit on 3s.
Okay, I get it. I got it.
So the 6 that you rolled, so those guns have a special rule. The 6
Automatically wounds a target each time an attack's made and an on.
Some weapons have unique traits and effects. Be sure to read the weapons. Okay.
Modified hit roll, 6 automatically.
So all you need to do now is pick up the other 3 dice, and now you need to roll a wound. So it's strength 4 to the Termagon's toughness of 3, which means you wound on a 3.
Woo!
So you rolled a 3.
2 wounds.
3 of them in total. So she needs to roll 3 dice, and she has a 5-up save.
On 5s. 1.
So 2 gaunts die.
2 of them die.
Okay.
All right, so next I'm going to go with the sniper boys. Do I have any of these rounds in or no?
You choose which one. I would choose the one that shoots D3 times. So it'll be heavy D.
Heavy D3, so a hyper fang round.
That's a blast weapon, and what that means is that because you're shooting at a unit that is more than 6 models in it, you automatically roll a 3. so that's the maximum they can shoot. So all of them just roll 3 each.
Hitting on 3s.
Oh man,
There
a
you
lot
go.
of dice.
And one of those.
Oh,
Yeah,
So
baby.
only wounding on 3 out of this.
Take that. 5 ups. You're looking for, Rebecca. Take this.
3 wound.
Right, so
I get it. Okay. He rolled that many dice because the odds of getting 3 increased, and he needed to get a D3. He said that the tank itself it automatically hits at 3. So he said you need to hit it 3, and then I'm assuming the more times you get 3, the more wounds you do. I'm assuming.
You're doing it.
Oh. Next up.
Raul does not look like he having fun,
My
by the way.
tank.
I don't know if he having fun or he
You're
just
doing it.
look at his face. Raul looks like he is just trying. I don't know what this means. Either he's tired or he is just like, hey, I'm trying here.
Oh.
Oh.
Next up, my tank is going to go for that again.
Okay, so it seems like he is enjoying himself. I'm not gonna
With
lie.
this big tank.
He must be tired. That's probably what it is.
Overkill.
To just comment on your previous comments, in the 41st millennium, there's no such thing as overkill. They just do it. The reason why you don't want to switch targets is because the more units that she has on the game board, the more options she has. The scoreboard is what matters most.
So, my impulsor.
It has 2 storm bolters. The
Right.
storm bolters are within 12 inches, and what that means is that each of those guns shoots 4 times, and it has 2 of them. 3 ups.
And I'm
3
moving
ups.
on 3.
3 5 ups. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Okay,
1.
well, 2.
Now to the next weapon.
So it has a twin Sky Talon Iron Hail Heavy.
Damn!
which
All
shoots
this
8
tank does that
times.
much?
Yep.
Really compensate.
All right.
So you got
this
2
was a
3s.
terrible roll.
No?
Okay.
And it is an AP -1, which means armor piercing -1. So she's gonna get -1 on all these dice rolls. So she needs 6s.
So it looks like I need at least 1 6 to stay alive and keep the objective right now.
Hashtag not gonna happen.
Hashtag shut up, Steve.
Hey, 2 6s.
Okay, so I'm gonna take
Okay,
one
so
away.
okay, I get it
My
now.
lieutenant is firing.
I keep saying that, but I really do get it now.
So you roll 1 dice and it's on a 2 up.
Okay. Wound on a 5 up. Oh, it's not going to wound. Yes. 4. All right. These ones. They're firing at these 2.
So they shoot 3 shots apiece.
1.
Huzzah! You need to roll 5 dice, and on those 5 dice, you need to get 4 6s to live.
My hands are sweaty.
Oh.
Okay.
It might.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Tony.
With everything I had to take out.
Frankie.
Okay.
I just lost. an
I got
entire
it now.
unit.
I got a reason why they
think
have so many dice when they're rolling.
My
Rolling.
guys are more fragile than I first thought. I'm going to lose those infiltrators for sure.
So now it's her turn. This is actually interesting. I know I keep pausing and trying to understand it, but I'm really questioning everything because I'm really interested in something. I just keep questioning everything. This actually looks pretty fun.
All this shooting probably can kill this.
Yes.
Don't worry about this killing this. This charge is so fast, go have it kill something else. Move these guys as fast as they can to be on the objective as well. And remember, you have those beautiful psychic abilities.
Yes.
You got this.
All right. Thank you.
Well, now that it's the beginning of round 2, both players will now start scoring points at the beginning of their turn for how many objectives they control. The Tyranids hold 1 objective with the Hive Tyrant for 5 points, but they don't hold 2, and they definitely don't hold more than the Space Marines. The Tyranids, though, are currently winning 5-0. Go, Rebecca!
Yeah, he didn't get any
both
objectives.
get
He just took out a squadron.
Stop.
Yes.
So I'm on 5.
And I am on 3. So in my command phase, I'm going to choose a unit to be better, which means the Hive Tyrant's going to tell these Termagants to be better, which can re-roll 1s to hit. So now I'm going to start moving. So they can move 6 inches again.
And they're not touching, right?
I would actually touch it. This would be a great opportunity to touch because then they have cover, which means they'll get a better save.
Do all of them have the cover?
Only the ones that are touching. That means when you take saves on these, you would take saves on the ones that have cover first to get you the better dice roll.
So that's why they travel in packs like that in the video game.
And these guys also have 6 inches, right?
If they can't get on the objective, make sure they're touching the cover to at least get a better save.
To here, right?
Sure.
This guy.
So one aspect of going here is nice that
If these fail to kill this, you have a backup. Alternatively, be really risky and go to that back objective and then charge his lieutenant.
So I think I am going to take a chance to do something about it.
It's kind of fun.
Let's get it exciting.
I personally love that move. I want to see these two fight. At the end of the movement phase,
that is a good
starting turn
move.
2, you have the option of deploying your deep striking units. You have a unit of rippers. They can come on anywhere on the board as long as they're 9 inches away from any enemy. The exception to that is these Phobos units make a 12-inch bubble. So you're probably more likely going over here.
Right.
Oh, because that's the radius of getting them. Okay, I got it.
Well, I guess
As long as they're 9 inches away from the enemy. Anywhere you want, as long as they're 9 inches away from the enemy.
that's about it. Yeah, right there. Now I'm going to move to my psychic phase. I'm going to try and use Psychic Scream. Rolling 5 or up. I've activated it. D3 mortal wounds. That's a 6, so you take 3.
One guy is dead and one guy's taken 1 wound.
Okay.
And I'm going to do, for my second psychic ability, Smite. So again, we'll see if I get 5 up to activate. I do. D3 mortal wounds. Oh, 1.
Damn, the Tyranids get a lot of advantage here over the Ultramarines. Psychic and the other thing that she said.
Okay, psychic phase is now
And then
done.
we got the shooting
I will
phase.
move on to my shooting phase. These
Oh, just like a phase, but they still had it. That's still a 1-up.
4s.
Rerolling 1s.
Oh. Wounding on 3s.
4 up to save.
So another guy dies.
Damn.
I told you, I'm terrible at rolling.
So these Termagants are going to shoot at this last guy here. Whoosh.
The big giant guy could shoot here or here. I would suggest shoot at the eliminators because they already have 1 wound gone. You could kill a guy.
This guy here.
Yeah. D3 shots with the Venom Cannon.
I'm still trying to get the dice down
So if you
pat.
hit on a 4,
4.
Wow.
Wounding on a 2.
How does she keep rolling like this?
1. Oh my gosh. Try the gray dice.
or it just kills the one guy.
Right, so it just removes, but it doesn't then add on. Gotcha.
So then we'll shoot the other gun, which is the
It's a Devourer.
Assault 5. And I'm shooting into the tank. Wounding on 5. And one of them wounds.
Sorry, Devourer. Yeah. So you have 10
Yeah, I don't. I'm I'm confused. So 2 saves.
Yeah.
So my high
Wait, there's 10 damage on the tank.
So you have 10 wounds remaining.
Yeah.
10 wounds
So my
remaining.
Hive
Okay.
Tyrant can't shoot, so I'm moving on to my charge phase. My Hive Tyrant is going to charge your Lieutenant.
Lieutenant? Okay.
You have the option, though I don't suggest it, of using a CP to do what's called Overwatch. Overwatch means you can fire at the incoming target, but you only hit on 6s.
I'm definitely gonna get that.
So I need
I'm
a
definitely gonna
7
get
to
that.
charge you to be able to attack you.
But if she goes to the crater, that gives
And
her
I rolled
this
a
minus 2
6,
movement.
So I did not successfully charge you.
Okay.
However, I've still got some command points, so I'll spend 1 to re-roll. Hopefully get a 7. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I successfully reach you.
Jesus. So he's right there, but he can't.
That's all that I'm going to charge.
Yep.
So now we fight.
So when you do the fight phase, you do the charging models first. So anybody that charged gets to fight first. So you choose a charge, 1 by 1, you choose all the charging models. You only have 1. It rolls all of its attack dice, choosing a weapon of your choice. So you are equipped with monstrous bone swords, a tail, and tyrant talons and a lash whip. You have 5 attack dice.
Jesus Christ.
You can choose, with those 5 attack dice, you can split them up however you want between the different weapons. It might be easiest just to choose the best one. Go all in with the monstrous bone sword and just do work.
Okay.
So the strength of the weapon is +3, which means 7, 8, 9, it's gonna be strength 10, which means you're gonna be wounding him on 2s. You're gonna hit on 2s, you're gonna wound on 2s.
If I wound you.
So only a 6.
Oh, so it's not gonna work. Yeah.
So for each one that fails, you take 3 damage. So 9 damage is more than he can survive.
Sure, so
and he's just wiped off the board.
Jesus.
That is the end of my turn.
Well done. I think it was an aggressive move. It paid off though. You were in control of almost every single objective on the board.
Pretty much.
And he's in control.
She about to
of
win.
none. You've got this one. You're in a solid place. Well done. Go Bugs.
So does she have just a good roll this entire game, or is it just that Tyranids they're just relentless on the board? Is that what it is? Are they just destroyers against Ultramarines on the board? Let me know.
This is one of those moments that may look a little on the bleak end. With that being said, though, things are not hopeless. You've got a lot of mobility left on the board. What I would recommend is that you take this model and you move it so that it is 3 inches away from this objective, like sitting right here. Yeah. And then after that, you disembark the infiltrators onto this objective sitting right here.
Right.
You could take this unit and you could jump them over here, and they could do this job of holding this objective, because then you'll have these to shoot down at them.
Will these be able to still turn around and shoot?
Yes, but they'll shoot a little bit worse, but that's okay. And then she goes from a position of strength to one where she has to actually do stuff to continue scoring the game.
Okay.
If you actually wipe her off that objective through a combination of this, the tank, and the guys, then she's got a whole lot of problems, because this thing is going to kill these probably, but you're in a really good scoring position.
Right, okay.
Right?
At the start of the Ultramarines turn,
so he's basically saying that she's in a good position in terms of strength because she has a lot covered. But if he moves, he's forcing her to move things around too, to where she has to scramble for another strategy. Is what he's basically saying.
I'll get to score points. They've lost the objective at the top, but luckily that impulsor is just within 3 inches to hold that center objective. So they score 5 points as well. Tie game.
Cool. All right, so movement phase. We're going to jump these guys over to hold this objective.
That's minus 2 movement though, ain't it? The crater.
This is a character. It can do something called heroic intervention. And what that means is that on your turn, it can like move in and start attacking your models, but only if you're within 3 inches of it. So what you want to do is you want to move so that you are within 3 inches of the objective, but not within 3 inches
of that model.
Of the creature.
Okay, so the jump is there, not there.
Exactly.
So it's, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
I'm going to move my tank. I can go up to here somewhere, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to go within
what he told him to do in between
3 inches of this guy, which is there. Okay, and I'm also going to deploy my reserves, which I can do now.
Yeah. Disembark within 3 inches of the
Within
tank.
3 inches.
Transports. Normally you must disembark a transport before it moves. The impulsor has a special rule to ignore that. Okay.
Think that, snipe there, that's it, I'm done. So next.
Something I would love to start with is I'd love to start with those infiltrators over there. So Space Marines, something that they've got is they've got access to a variety of weapons. They've got bolt pistols and grenades. So what I would like you to try and use is something called a frag grenade.
Yeah.
And the frag grenade, so one model in a unit is allowed to huck a grenade. And so the frag grenade shoots D6 times, so it can up to 6 shots. But it also has that blast keyword, just like we have like over here. So because that unit over there has got so many models, when you roll, you shoot a minimum of 3 times. Roll 1d6 and see how many you get. So 1, but because of the blast keyword, it counts as 3.
Okay.
Awesome. And then you're wounding on 4s because it's a slightly weaker weapon. So wounding on 4s. And now you're gonna roll 8 dice because they're all within 12 range, and the rest of them are shooting bolt guns. These ones you're hitting on 3s. If there's any 6s in there, just keep those to the side too. Huzzah!
Okay, I get it. Okay. I'm still trying to understand how the dice work, but I kind of understand a little bit.
Okay, I only saved 2 of them. 3 of them die.
And then I would suggest doing the same thing right here into there because their blast keyword will still trigger just like last time. And the reason I'm telling you to go with these guys first instead of the impulsor is because if the impulsor shoots into there and kills them down to like 1 or 2 or 3 models, their blast keyword that's making them shoot so many times wouldn't trigger.
Because we're shooting into a big crowd.
Exactly. But if they're not a crowd anymore, the blast won't trigger.
I got it. Okay, that makes sense.
So she needs to roll 1 4-up save.
Oh my gosh. Okay, 1 4-up save. I do it.
Great. This to shoot everything into the gaunts, same thing. 8 bolter rounds, so 8 shots. So on 3s. Here we go. Huzzah! So 2 4-up saves, Rebecca.
Let me go back. Let me understand these. Let me understand these dice real quick.
Rounds, 8 shots.
He told him
so
roll
on 3s.
On 3s. So he rolled. He rolled 3 3s.
So 2 4.
I thought if you rolled 3 3s, he rolled 3 dice afterwards. Okay, I'm still trying to get it.
Rebecca.
1 saves.
Okay, so you lose 1 model.
I get the saves though.
Yeah, but I'm not rolling good enough to do anything. It's just like.
No, but you know what? It's
What do I need?
3 up. That's a lot better. Huzzah. So 5 ups she has to make because the weapon has an armor piercing of -1.
No whammy.
5 up, he said.
Oh, I only saved 1.
Yeah.
So I lose 4.
She did save 1.
I have.
So when they say 5 up, she has to roll a 6, and when he says you got to roll a 4 up, she got to roll a 5. Is that what it is? Because she rolled 6, she saved 1. She only saved 1. The rest went down.
In that unit.
These bad boys.
Wait, hold on, wait. I think I get it now.
I only saved 1. Whammy, no whammy. Oh.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does she have 5 of her squadron?
Ooh, I only saved 1, so I lose.
1, 2, 3.
4.
No. I thought the dice represented each one.
These bad boys shoot at this.
I'm still trying to understand the dice, bro. I swear to God, I don't get the dice. I thought the dice was one dice represents each one in that squadron, but then she had less dice than she had the ones in the squadron, so I was wrong on that one.
You don't want him to finish them off. You want
no, because there's 5 of you and only 2 of them.
Oh, it's
they're not
controlled.
Taken, yeah,
doesn't matter.
It's controlled. You know.
Oh, okay.
3 shots apiece with these guys, and they are hitting on 4s because you moved.
Okay.
Huzzah!
You're happy with that? Because we still have the command.
You know what? Yeah, if you have the command point, just use it right now. I'm trying to get a 4 up. No, but that's okay.
He didn't get it. I got that one. He didn't get that one.
Ooh.
Mathematical. Armor piercing -1, which means she has to make 4 up saves right now to negate the damage.
Cannon. Okay,
So
I saved
she takes
1.
2 points of damage.
10 wounds remaining on my Hive Tyrant.
And then that's that. So we go to morale now. So this is an interesting thing because
Morale
those
phase.
Termagants over there are outside of any synapse. They have to make something called a morale check. So what happens is Rebecca rolls 1d6.
I got a 5.
So now you add the number of models that you lost. So you lost 8 models.
Okay.
So 8 plus 5 is 13, well above their leadership of 5. So what that means is they failed the morale check. So one of those runs away.
Wow. Okay.
And then you have to roll one dice for every single model that is remaining.
Oh, 1.
3 up and you're fine, but 1 or a 2 and it runs away. Roll it.
Oh, it ran away. Okay.
Shoot.
I kind of get it now. I kind of
make
get
a
it.
noise?
The dice are the most confusing thing about it. You gotta kind of pay attention, really.
Yeah, they bark.
When they're running away, they do.
So before you were holding no objectives. Now you're holding 3. Right? She went from a very winning position to, I would say that things are a little bit more even
balanced,
now.
yeah.
More balanced
That's
now.
bad.
Right?
That's a bait. That's a bait.
And it was because what we did is we used some smart maneuvering and smart target priority to make sure that the right thing was hit at the right time. Did you guys
I
have
like
fun?
this. I like this because imagine they're not walking you through this, and it's literally just you and that other person, and they're gonna be like, and they kind of have to go about with what they see, and they think they have the advantage, and then here you come with that kind of strategy, and they go, oh, I have to switch it up now. Only reason why it doesn't show that is because they're walking them through it. But like I said, imagine it's just the 2 of y'all, and you have to come up with that on the fly. I kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that.
Yeah. Absolutely. This was a really good opportunity to see all of the different parts of it in action and to watch somebody else do it, to be guided through it through each way was really good.
Now we are going to end it there for our training game here, and I hope you guys learned something and was enjoying this and seeing how it goes. I would like to hear, having got to try the bugs, having got to try Ultramarines, do you feel like this is still your army that you would choose?
I'm not sure if I know Space Marines is probably what I want to play with. I don't know if Ultramarines will be the faction I choose.
I don't know either.
It might be Blood Angels.
From what I've seen,
else,
I don't know.
I definitely stick with the Space Marines. They feel so capable and OP.
I would definitely still take the Tyranids.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but I also really liked how the different terrain could make a difference on your army too. Like how it actually gets laid out makes a huge difference for how your army plays.
And the type of mission you're playing makes a big difference on the game. What type of terrain, you're right. Army composition. You guys played what's called open play, a bit of a beginner's way of doing it. But there are so many customization that you guys didn't play with. Yeah. Your first game of Warhammer I hope will not be your last. And it will take time to get it.
Don't lie, Raul. Don't you lie, Raul. You must be tired, because Raul do like he had fun.
And really understand it. But once you do, this is an amazing game.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it is. It is.
So we want to send you guys home with your own box set to start your own collection, your Tyranids and your Ultramarines.
Damn.
And we hope that
How much is that? Like $50? Because I actually want that. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was more expensive, but that looks pretty small. How much is that? Like $50?
this is just one.
That looks like
the first
$50.
of many.
I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is what we played here today. You get the combat patrol for Tyranids, and you get the combat patrol for Space Marines. And we wish you happy hobbying.
And one last thing.
Here, attack. Oh, come
Both
on.
of you guys are winners.
Oh, I love a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So this is obviously not over. I think they finished that game for them and they just have to leave. But from what I've seen so far, I still have to get the dice down pack. As you could tell throughout this whole video, I was a little confused. But I feel like once I get the dice down pack, I will most likely absolutely love this game. Now, I'm not used to something like this. I'm used to controller and a screen and a game in a box. I'm not used to an open tabletop and doing this. But as far as this goes, I might actually like this.
They're both you're both winners in our eyes.
I hope in the future.
Thank you.
I hope in the future I can actually play on tabletop. I'm not gonna lie.
Swag.
Thank you so
I
much
would love
for
to do
joining
that.
us. I'm, of course, Space Marine Steve. That's Tau Nick, Rebecca, and Rahul.
Are we
Thank
done
you
here?
so much for all of this fantastic gaming. Thank you for joining. Hit subscribe, like, check out the Patreon, and that whole deal. And then
Hold on, how many? Did they finish? They had to finish.
we can't leave it like that. Of course we
I was about to say.
Yeah, we need to see how this finishes.
Yeah, come on. Like, this is...
They had a flight to catch to get home in time.
Exactly.
However, yeah, this epic battle between the Tyranids and the Ultramarines.
shall not go unfinished.
Okay, they get in the
All right, I
character.
believe on
Okay,
that first turn,
they get in
right,
the
let's rock
character.
this
Okay,
out.
I'm like,
Rebecca left me in a great position.
all right.
She really did.
I control 2 of the objectives, and I have killed your warlord.
I control 2 of the objectives, and I still have
now.
a vehicle. I've got some troops left. I think it'll be all right.
At the start of the Tyranid turn, they score 5 points for holding 1 objective, and another 5 points because they now control 2. They don't control more than Space Marines though, but they now have 15 points to the Space Marine 5. I'm gonna actually leave my Winged Hive Tyrant here because I want him to hold that objective, and he's nicely within charge range of these guys right here, these pressers. However, I don't like you have this one. I need to take one of these away from you. I've got 3 units holding this one objective here. I'm gonna see if I can take this away from you. They're gonna move their full inches over to these Marines.
Come to get some.
Yeah, maybe if I can shoot you and charge you, I can whittle you down enough that when I charge you, I am avoiding touching this crater so that when I move and later when I plan to charge here, I will not be -2 to my charge.
I was about to say that the credit does -2. Yeah, it is.
Movement.
I'm also gonna move up my Tyranid warriors. It's gonna put them exposed to your guns. However, what I'm hoping to do is not only back up hold this objective, but in addition, I'm hoping to get some shots off on your Marines right here.
Okay, that makes sense.
My Ripper Swarms are gonna hide behind this building, hugging the cover, and also holding the objective.
And a good radius away from the
Into the psychic
Ultramarines.
phase.
All right.
I'm gonna smite you with my Hive Tyrant into those suppressors.
Yep, have at it.
6, that's a success. You take D3 mortal wounds. You take 2
whole mortal wounds,
wounds.
killing one of the suppressors.
Okay.
Next, I'm gonna do my second psychic ability, Psychic Scream.
You're gonna scream at them.
Almost identical to a smite, it's just an additional ability.
Yeah.
Gotta get a 5 on 2 dice, which means you take another D3 mortal wounds.
Huzzah!
2 more! I've killed another!
Brutal.
I love the enthusiasm they have with this game. I love it. I love it.
We're gonna go
this
into
is
shooting
really
phase.
good.
And my big group of Termagants are all gonna shoot into these little gribblies. Actually, point in fact, I'm actually not gonna do that first.
Oh, okay.
The reason is, these are damage 1 weapons. You have 2 wounds on each of these Marines.
Yeah.
My warriors shoot with a multi-damage weapon, which means if they hit and wound, they'll kill a guy outright.
Totally.
If I fire these guys first,
and leave a Marine with 1 wound, I'll be wasting shots from these big guys.
Yeah, the damage won't be as effective.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do the big guys first and then the little guys. All right, so I'm gonna fire with my Tyranid warrior because he's got one of them is a big gun and I don't want to waste the shots. So
D3 shots.
D3 from the big giant venom cannon. I got max shots, 3 shots.
On 4.
3
To
shots.
hit on 3s.
Oh, on 3s.
Threes
oh,
to hit.
Ballistical 3.
I hit you twice, failed once. It is a strength of 8. So that means it's
God
gonna
damn.
wound.
On 2.
2 wounds at -3.
Sounds good. Going from a 3-up
This
save
is it.
all the way up
This
to a
is
6-up save.
interesting.
I get neither. However, my Helix Gauntlet saves 1 of the damage and then kills 1 of the...
Okay.
Helix Gauntlet is war gear that the infiltrators can take, and basically what happens is while the unit is equipped with a Helix Gauntlet, once per turn it can ignore the first damage that gets cranked through to the unit. So I make the saves, and then the Helix Gauntlet negates the first one.
Fail. The other 2 warriors have Devourers, which is Assault 5. So they will get 5 dice each, so a total of 10 dice.
Here we go.
Hitting on 3s.
Jesus.
Also winning on 3s because my strength is greater than your toughness.
Exactly. 3-up! I lose 1 Space Marine.
Oh no! My Termagants are all equipped with flesh borers. They get 1 shot each. There's 10 of them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 dice. I'm hitting on 4s.
Woo!
Hitting on 4s. Oh,
He is winning right now.
terrible. Only 3 hits.
Spoke too soon.
On 3s. I wounded you twice.
2 whole time.
It's AP minus.
He's having a good run though with these dice, with these plays.
So 1 goes through.
I do 1 damage to 1 model. All right, shooting phase is done. On to the charge phase.
Here we go.
I have my Termagants in range.
Yeah.
My Termagants are gonna try to charge your little Gribblies.
Okay, in they go.
I roll 2 dice.
Here we go.
Add that many inches.
Oh my.
6,
Jesus.
7, 8 inches. I think I'm 8 inches away.
Oh, yeah, they're in there all right.
I am all the way in. So these guys are just gonna charge in as far as they can go to get as many bodies on that objective as I can. And then I've got 1 more charge. This Winged Hive Tyrant is gonna charge your suppressor.
Sounds good.
You think I can fail this one?
If you roll double 1s, you do fail.
If I roll double 1s, I would fail, yeah. Oh, I'm okay. On a 5.
So you want to move, but you also want to make sure that you're staying right on top of this objective.
I get to pick one of the charged models first. We go through all 3 charged models and then back and forth. Winged Hive Tyrant first.
Here we go.
I'm gonna do 5 attacks with this monstrous bone sword. That sounds like fun. I hit on 2s. Hit them all.
Hit them all.
Wounding on 2s, yes. Oh, I failed twice.
3 whole wounds and AP minus.
-4.
So I don't get any saves at all. And the reason that that's the case is because I go from a 3-up to a 4-up, 5-up, 6-up.
Oh, okay.
7-up. So all the damage
I got that
goes
now.
through,
I got that. That
and I
makes
remove
sense.
the suppressor.
Utterly
3 of them.
eliminates
Okay,
it.
3 of them. 4.
And then, of course, I get to make a consolidation move towards the nearest enemy model if I wish. However, because I want to hold that objective, I'm
You
going
just
to stay
wanna
right
put.
there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My Termagants will get to fight first. Before I fight, I can make a pile-in move to get guys closer in range, which I do want to do because if I were to fight right now, these guys back here would be out of range of being able to fight.
Yeah,
so I'm going to
absolutely.
use my 3-inch pile-in to move these guys close enough that they'll be able to partake in the fight.
Totally.
Let's fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attacks.
Here we go.
10
We'll see
attacks.
what happens. Hitting on 4s. Ooh, I only hit you 3 times.
Then wounding on 5s because you're strength 3 to my toughness of 4.
I don't have any close combat ability or weapon, so it's not very good. I wounded you once.
1 whole time. And I have a 3-up armor save because there's no AP on the weapon. And I fail it. Which
Do you want to
means
use your
that-
command point?
Yes, I probably should.
That was a good
here.
move.
So 3-up.
Yeah. Because now, with that extra guy alive, you get extra attacks to try to fight me and try to kill me off this objective.
Exactly. So that's what I'm going to try and do right now. So on 3s. Then on 3s because I'm strength 4 to your toughness of 3. Ha! Do it again.
So I have a 5-up save to try to save these. Not very good. See if I can save any.
Here we go.
I saved 2 of them. But I do lose 3. Now I'm going to be careful with how I take them off. I'm going to take
not
the
bad.
ones that are farthest away from the objective marker.
Yeah, good
That's
idea.
1, 2, and 3. Now, normally, now we're done all the fights. Normally we'd go to the morale phase. Any units that have lost models.
Morale phase is a good idea. That is a very good idea in terms of gameplay, because then you have to, depending on how you roll and everything goes, they run or not. That's a good idea.
Roll a dice, see if they lose further models from guys running away.
So you are actually out of synapse range, which means that they do have to take morale.
My 2 synapse creatures here and here are too far away from these guys right here to basically impose the will of the hive mind, preventing them from suffering any morale tests.
Exactly. So now they're starting to get kind of freaked out. They can't hear the chittering of the hive mind, and so they're starting to panic.
So if I roll a 1 or a 2, I save it and I'm good.
But 3 and above,
They're running away.
they're running away.
All right, let's see what happens.
Ooh,
It's a 2.
They're good.
All right, which fortunately means that I, at the end of my turn, hold 1, 2, 3 objectives to your 1.
I won.
Jesus. This is intense. I can
I
feel
only
it.
control 1 objective.
At
He
the
had a
start
good
of the
run
Space
before,
Marine
but now
turn,
he's-
they're going to
yeah.
score only 5
The
points
Ultramarines
for
are not
holding
doing
one
good.
objective. 15 to 10 for the Tyranids.
And now I've got to see if I can kind of break free from what is going on here. And so
What is he
what's
gonna
going
do?
to happen, for movement, I actually don't need to go too far, but my impulsor is just going to move a little bit over here. And the reason I'm doing that is to make sure that I can get this unit here within my rapid fire ranges for the storm bolters on the front of the impulsor. After that, I'm going to just trundle right along to my shooting phase. Pistol weapons are great because while you're locked in combat, you can shoot pistol weapons. So all of my infiltrators there all have bolt pistols. So I'm gonna take my bolt pistols and I'm gonna shoot into your gaunts.
And you don't want to move these guys, correct?
No, because they have heavy weapons, if I move them around, you're gonna take penalties and I don't wanna do that. It's on freeze.
Oh, I did not know heavy weapons
and then
did that.
on freeze.
5 ups to save. I save 1 of them, but I do lose 1 more gaunt, bringing me down to only 6. You're whittling me down.
Whittling me down, yep, whittling you right down.
And you only need to kill 1
Whittling
more
it right
in
down.
combat for me to suffer morale tests. So there's a very real chance in combat you're able to take them out.
Absolutely. Right here, my impulsor is going to shoot everything over there into these warriors, and we're just going to try and
which
do
are
as much-
nicely in the open.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So just 1 is probably the most. Up out of it.
Oh!
They are going to shoot down into the same unit.
Oh, you managed to kill, but not managed to kill enough.
I didn't quite kill the unit, but that's okay. So we're going to go to combat now. And in combat, because there's no charges that happened, the defender picks the first unit to fight.
So which means I will get to attack with my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in combat. All right, so my 6 Termagants pile
Not a bad
in.
idea.
They try to attack you and mob you and kill you, and they hit you twice.
2 whole times.
2 whole times. And they wound you once.
1 whole time. Ha! Oh, whoops. Ha!
Whoops.
And I'm good.
Now you get to fight back, and this is a really good chance for you to take this objective from me if you can roll well.
I'm hoping so. Here we go. So 5 wounds.
Ooh, 5 wounds to save. On 5, let's see if I save any. I save 1. You've killed
lose
4 of
4.
them.
Damn.
1, 2,
That was a good move.
3, 4.
I'm just
Only 2 guys
watching. I kind
left.
of understand
Because there's
though.
only 2 guys left, you have now taken control of that objective. Not only that, but combat phase is done. We now go to morale phase. I could very well run away.
You could very well run
He needs to
away.
roll.
So,
what
one
is it?
dice plus the 6 guys that died this round
Exactly.
means I failed dramatically.
So they
I
run.
will automatically lose 1 guy from failing.
And the other
Then
one
roll 1
runs.
dice for every remaining model in the unit.
Yep.
And on a 1, they will run away. However, because the unit's less than half strength, it's actually on a 1 or 2. So there's a real good chance
Okay.
the whole
Damn!
unit has now run away.
So he got the objective.
Get out of here.
So
He pulled it off.
you have taken control of the unit.
Damn, that was a good
really
ass
great
move.
play there. It shows the strength of the Space Marines of being able to just hold in the face of overwhelming odds.
Exactly.
However,
Okay.
it's now my turn.
It's your turn.
Turn 4, and I still have.
He has he does have
Yes,
the TIE
the Hive
Tyrant, and he still
Tyrant's
has the big dude. One big dude and the little guys.
I get a command point.
At the start of turn 4, the Tyranids have managed to score another
Yeah,
10
he
points
has-
for
he
holding
has this
1
guy right
and
here.
holding 2, making the
He still
score
has 2 objectives.
25 to 10, and making
Damn!
it very tough for the Space Marines to catch up.
And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this Hive Tyrant. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to
Charge the
abandon that
tank?
objective, move up here,
Yeah.
psychic these guys to death, charge this and kill it. That's the plan. Well, this guy kills them.
Wow. Well, let's see what happens.
That is not a bad idea. I didn't know you could do all that.
Tyrant, which moves super fast.
Whoa.
Way over here. And I want to make sure while I'm putting him down that I make sure he's closer to this unit than this unit because all my psychic abilities are to the closest unit. So gotta be really careful of the placement here. I also want to make sure I'm not too far away from this tank that I can't fail the charge when I want to charge it. I am gonna move up the Tyranid warrior to hold the objective and be touching this terrain, which allows him to have cover against any incoming fire.
Good idea.
I have moved everything because I want these rippers just hide, just in case you kill this warrior, so I still hold this objective.
Yep.
All right, so the psychic phase. First, we're gonna do smite. 2 dice, trying to get a 6 or higher.
Here we go.
5, 6, 7, 8.
You got
That's a
it.
smite,
You got it.
which means D3 mortal wounds to these Marines. And of course, I got 2.
It kills a Marine and puts a wound on another one.
Damn.
And then I'm gonna do psychic scream. If I can do this really well, if I can get 3 wounds, I can kill the squad. All right, I need a 5 or
I
higher.
don't think it could be wiped.
I got it. Psychic scream goes off. D3 mortal wounds to the closest unit. D3 wounds.
There.
So that counts as 3 mortal wounds. And there's only 3 wounds remaining in this
Yeah,
unit.
so they're
the
done.
entire
So they're all
squad
gone.
is wiped.
So now the objective
Shooting
is no longer
phase
be
now.
helped.
In the shooting
So
phase,
now-
I'm gonna
now he
first
has the
fire-
objective.
Well, it's the only shot I have. I'm gonna go right into the vehicle because not only
about
is it
to
a good
win.
anti-vehicle weapon, but it's softened it up so hopefully the winged tyrant can kill him. D3 shots from the venom cannon. Impulsor?
Yeah, impulse.
3 hits, because it's better in it on 3s. I wounded all 3 times at -3.
At -3, so that means I'm going to 6s. I got 1. So it's 2 damage,
Yeah, 2
4
damage
damage
each.
in total.
Not
so I have
bad.
6 wounds remaining.
Damn.
Shooting phase is done. On to
Dog, the Ultramarines are not a good
charge phase.
idea.
I have 1 charge to make, and that is this Hive Tyrant into this impulsor.
They are not
you
good
gonna
on
use
the
your command
tabletop.
point to Overwatch?
Either that or
Now's the time for it.
these
Yeah, I
rolls are
think I
not
will.
good for these for
think I
these
will.
So you're
for
using your
them.
command point to do a core stratagem called Overwatch, which allows you to fire, but only hit on 6s.
Exactly. So with the Storm Bolters first, 1 whole hit, and then on a 5, 1 wound.
Ooh. I save it on a 6.
And then the Iron Hail Heavy Stubber, 1 hit, and then on a 5, 1 wound, AP -1.
Can I get it again? Is it a 2 up? No, 3 up. It goes through. You've done 1 damage, taking it down to 8 wounds.
Here we go.
Hey,
Can I
on
make a
that
charge? It looks like a 3 inches. Not double ones. I'm good. I charge right in. I'm gonna run into you. And now, let's kill you with his massive bone sword. 5 attacks. I hit all but 1. I'm gonna use my last command point to try to re-roll that.
Here we go, on a 2.
Got him.
Alrighty, so
On 3s?
On 3s, here we go.
Oh, only got 2 through.
But that is
It's
enough.
-4.
It's -4. So because I have a 3, like I said before, I go up to a 7. It does 6 damage in total, which is the exact number that I have left. Let's see if I explode.
Oh! Some vehicles and some monsters have that explode ability, which means when you die and you lose your last wound, you roll a dice, and on a 6, you explode, doing damage around you.
Oh, he got it.
It
So he did damage to the thing.
Perfect
So did they both
finale.
die?
And it does how much damage?
D3 damage. Whoa! And 1 whole
It does
damage.
1
Oh,
damage,
wow, okay.
taking me down to 7.
I thought he got ready to
But
damn
I
thing
lose
when he
the
exploded.
impulsor and
Bye-bye.
the objective. And I think with that, the Space Marines are going to have to tactically retreat off
Have
of
to.
this vantage point.
Only ones left is the snipers.
This ruined city, I think, belongs to the bugs.
It does. I think it's a bug
Damn.
city now.
It's a bug city
Get off
now.
our lawn.
Yeah, thank you so much to both Rebecca and Rahul for being here, starting this game. And thank you, Nick, for finishing it
Damn.
up.
I always enjoy playing with you.
I always enjoy playing with you, too.
I was locked in the entire time. I actually enjoyed watching it. It didn't even feel like 48 minutes. I'm not even probably. This has sold me on tabletop. Now, I don't know where to go to do tabletop. I know where to go to buy the models. I know how to do that. But I don't know where to go to play tabletop. I'm going to figure out more content in terms of Warhammer for this channel. I'm going to try to spice it up. I'm going to keep trying Dawn of War. And if I ever do get models, I will make a video out of it. If I do tabletop, I will try to make a video out of that. I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for always watching all the Warhammer stuff. I just want to say I appreciate all of the support. Once again, I'm sorry it took me this long to make a video, but hey, I was trying my best. And I just want to say, see you guys on the next video. Thank you.